For decades, Cliff Richard was the smiling face of British pop music, a figure whose charm and chart-topping hits defined generations. Yet behind the bright lights lay private struggles, fractured relationships, and public betrayals that tested him at every turn. What began as a story of triumph slowly revealed the hardships of fame. From his early life in India to his rise in post-war Britain, Cliff's journey was never straightforward. Triumph and heartbreak walked hand in hand, shaping a man who would become more than a pop star, a symbol of resilience in British entertainment. Early life in India and Britain. Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb in Lucknow during the waning years of British India, experienced comfort and warmth as a child. But unrest in the region forced the family to return to England, where post-war rationing and scarcity awaited them. Settling in Hertfordshire, Harry quickly realized that life had changed drastically. The contrast between his early memories and his new surroundings left a lasting impression. Music became his sanctuary, a way to escape the hardships of adaptation. The young Webb dreamed not of fitting in, but of standing out, laying the foundation for the ambitious and determined performer he would soon become. Becoming Cliff Richard. By his late teens, Harry Webb had reinvented himself as Cliff Richard, a name chosen to project strength and permanence while honoring his musical heroes. With his backing band, first called the Drifters and later the Shadows, he released Move It, a single that broke away from polite pop with its raw energy. Within weeks, he was hailed as Britain's first true rock and roll star. Teenage fans screamed and fainted at concerts, echoing scenes from Elvis Presley's shows in America. Overnight, Cliff became the face of a cultural shift, introducing Britain to a new sound and earning the country's first homegrown rock idol. Faith and public declaration. At the height of his fame, Cliff Richard surprised fans and industry insiders alike by publicly declaring his Christian faith at a gathering led by evangelist Billy Graham. This was not a quiet private choice, but a national revelation, leaving record executives worried that his career might collapse. Cliff even contemplated leaving music altogether to become a school teacher. Ultimately, he refused to choose between faith and stage, merging the two instead. This bold decision allowed him to live authentically while continuing to chart hits, demonstrating that integrity and popularity could coexist, redefining the role of a British pop star in an era of rebellion. Personal loss and responsibility. Despite his professional success, Cliff faced immense personal hardships. The death of his father when he was just 21 thrust him into the responsibility of caring for his mother and sisters. Later, he endured the slow decline of his mother to Alzheimer's, deepening his sense of duty while limiting personal happiness. Romantic relationships suffered under these pressures. One promising love ended in a heartbreaking letter, and others with actresses and dancers often faltered due to fame and obligations. Yet through it all, Cliff's resilience shone. He managed to stay true to himself, balancing personal sacrifice with professional achievement, proving that success was never just about music for him. A love that never was. Among the fleeting romances in his life, one stood above the rest. In the early 1970s, Cliff invited Australian singer Olivia Newton-John onto his television show. Their undeniable chemistry and growing friendship sparked something deeper in Cliff. Though Olivia was involved with Bruce Welch, Cliff's bandmate from the Shadows. Their engagement lasted years, but marriage never happened. Cliff remained silent, prioritizing loyalty over his own desires. Decades later, he admitted his unspoken love in his autobiography. Even as life moved on, he and Olivia maintained a professional and personal bond, culminating in their final duet during his 75th birthday concerts, A Poignant Farewell. Reinvention in the mid-1970s. By the mid-1970s, Cliff's career appeared to falter. For the first time, he spent a year without chart success, as younger acts dominated the scene. Yet in 1976, he surprised everyone with the release of Devil Woman, a dark and edgy track that reintroduced him as a serious artist. The song reached the top 10 in Britain and America, selling over 2 million copies. Legends such as Jimmy Page, Al Weddell's Awajin, Eric Clapton, and Elton John publicly praised his comeback. Cliff had shed the teen idol image, proving he could innovate and remain relevant. His ability to reinvent himself became a defining trait of his decades-long career. Triumph in the 1980s. Throughout the 1980s, Cliff Richard continued to adapt. Albums like Always Guaranteed showcased his ability to craft modern pop while staying true to his style. In 1988, he recorded Mistletoe and Wine, which became a seasonal phenomenon, hitting #1 and earning platinum status. The momentum carried into 1989 with his 100th single, where fans directly influenced his release through a vote. Later that year, his landmark Wembley Stadium concert, The Event, celebrated both his early career and new successes. By the close of the decade, he had achieved #1 singles across 5 consecutive decades, solidifying his place as a true musical icon. The Millennium Prayer controversy. By the late 1990s, Cliff faced industry resistance despite decades of achievement. His single, The Millennium Prayer, a setting of the Lord's Prayer to music, was initially rejected by BBC Radio and mocked as irrelevant. But his fans rallied, turning the song into a #1 hit in the UK for 3 weeks and achieving international success. Without promotional campaigns or radio backing, the public propelled it to platinum status. The success became a testament to Cliff's enduring appeal, proving that his connection with audiences was stronger than any industry gatekeeper's opinion, and showcasing his resilience against institutional rejection. Accolades and legacy. Cliff Richard's career spanned more than 6 decades, selling over 250 million records worldwide and earning numerous honors, including a knighthood and an OBE. Beyond music, he contributed to charitable causes, advocated for children, and spoke openly about his faith. His ability to survive trends, setbacks, and public scrutiny set him apart from other artists. Even as the industry sometimes treated him dismissively, his dedication to music and values remained unwavering. Cliff's life exemplifies a balance of professional achievement and personal integrity, making him a rare figure whose influence transcends mere stardom. The 2014 police raid. In 2014, Cliff Richard faced a personal nightmare when police raided his home in Berkshire, broadcast live by the BBC. The allegation related to an incident in the 1980s quickly fell apart, yet the public humiliation was immense. For nearly 2 years, he endured legal and media scrutiny, experiencing stress, insomnia, and isolation. Though no charges were ever filed, the damage to his reputation was significant. Eventually, the High Court ruled that his right to privacy had been violated, awarding damages and prompting reforms in press coverage of unproven allegations. Yet the emotional scars remained, highlighting the fragility of fame in the modern media era. Enduring strength and resilience. Despite betrayals, heartbreak, and public scrutiny, Cliff Richard's life reflects remarkable resilience. From his early days in post-war Britain to global superstardom, he faced personal loss, unfulfilled love, and career setbacks without losing his values. His commitment to faith, family, and artistry allowed him to navigate challenges that would have derailed many others. Even in the darkest moments, including the police raid and media fallout, Cliff maintained his dignity and eventually found legal and personal justice. His story is a testament to perseverance, showing that true greatness is defined not only by success, but also by the courage to endure adversity. A legacy beyond music. Cliff Richard's journey is one of triumphs, sacrifices, and unshakable determination. He redefined British pop music, navigated the complexities of fame, and remained committed to his beliefs while inspiring generations. Personal hardships, unfulfilled romances, and public betrayals tested him repeatedly, yet he persevered. From chart-topping hits to profound personal sacrifices, his life embodies both the glamour and the struggles of celebrity. Cliff Richard is remembered not only for his music, but for his resilience, faith, and integrity, leaving behind a legacy that transcends the stage and continues to inspire audiences around the world.